My name is Lisa, and this is The Girl Meets Yarn, episode 2. Okay, I am filming with my 2 dogs. They're looking at me like, what are you doing? Are you crazy? You're talking to your phone. They're like... But I wanted to make this video happen. I have some decent light, so I wanted to make sure that I have, I will say, natural light. So, like I said, my name is Lisa, Marlisa. And on my first video, I put out my Ravelry name as Mablu123. My name back then was not that one, and I tried to change it to that one. It didn't let me, so I changed it up for Marlisa Lugo, Marlisa Lugo. That's in Ravelry, and it's gonna be on my Instagram too. So I don't like to have my name and last name, but for now my Instagram is Mablu_123. I'm gonna put it right here so you can go follow me and be my friend. And I'm coming to you from Bentonville, Arkansas. And this is a knitting podcast. I talk about stuff that I've been doing during the week, some sewing stuff, and we will go back into that, but I'll have some questions for you guys. But yeah, so this is a knitting podcast, and I am a fairly new knitter. I've been knitting, I would say now, for 11 months. It's gonna be a year, like in a week. So I am learning a lot, and I will and I will highly appreciate if you have any feedback for me, or if I say something that is wrong or I can do it differently. Just please let me know. I love to interact with you guys, and I have to say I'm very thankful for the people that make comments and say hi and give me words of encouragement in my first podcast. I really am so thankful. You guys have no idea. So this is my second podcast. I said that already, I think. In my first one, I want to talk about my first one. So I did my first one. I tried to videotape myself many times. I had one day my daughter walk in butt naked, and I just was so mad. I was like, who does that? Like, seriously, who does that? Anyway, my daughter does. She just, on and on. But the reality or the motivation that I had, it's just that I had this in my mind, right? I wanted to talk about it. I really like the progress that I saw in people's podcasts. I really like just that communication, and just noticing and knowing what people are doing, right, besides the 4 corners of my house, because I don't go out too much. I just stay in, and I'm not a fan of knit nights. I should go, and I just knit in the solitude of my house. So anything that I can see, I am obsessed with her podcast. I will say that. I just sit down and watch. So I videotaped my first episode on January 30th, I think it was. Today is Wednesday, February 21st of 2018. So it's been 21 days. It's been 3 weeks. So I uploaded my video, and my husband was here. He was doing exercises because I have a walking or a treadmill here. And he was, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. I'm doing nothing. I'm just uploading something. So he thought I was uploading something for Facebook. So a week went by, and the only person that knew that I have uploaded a video in YouTube was my best friend. I really wanted his input. He went to school for, he wanted to be an actor, and he had some, classes about that. He's in the military now, but he's really eloquent and articulate person. So I let him know that I made this podcast, and he go right away, and he saw it. He gave me great points, and one thing that I didn't know is that I did some bad words. I was a little sailor's mouth, and I really apologize for that, because I just always do one here or there, not that it's needed in a conversation, but sometimes they just come out and, and they may probably would come out in this podcast as well, so I apologize in advance. I try not to be rude or disrespectful. And he gave me great pointers. So a point that he told me was about doing my sewing segment separate. So I want you guys to tell me, what do you want? Do you want to, you don't mind to have it here included at the end, or do you prefer it to be separate, or to give you like a time, like a time tape, or when sewing is going to start right in the bottom? Just let me know, because I have a lot of sewing, although I have not done any sewing, and I'm not going to talk about it this podcast. I'm just going to make sure that I make it short, quick, and just with whatever I'm working on. But before I start with that, I'm going to keep on with my story, right? Rewinding it. So he gave me great pointers. So a week went by, and I told my kids, my 2 kids, and I sent them the link. And my kids are very smart, very, I will say, insightful. So they gave me great pointers. My daughter was like, Mom, you were so pretty, and you were so nice and funny, and they were very supportive. So besides those 3 people, I think I told my husband, I would say a day before or after. I would say a day after. And yeah, that's it. That's nobody else knows about this podcast. Nobody else. And I'm not trying to be secretive, or I'm just not, I don't know. I was reading about how to get more traffic to your videos and more followers, and one of the tips was just to let all your Facebook people know, all your friends, and they will go like and subscribe, so you bring more traffic. I wanted it to be more organic, so I think I have like 124 subscribers. I saw that this morning, and on Monday, I have to say, I'm going to do this before I forget. On Monday, I believe it was Brooke who was like, when is the next one? And I was like, oh, I'm planning on this week, whatever. And to see your comment, I have to like play my video. So I uploaded the video. I've never gone back, heard it, or went through it again. So I noticed that I have like 35 by that time, by Monday. I had 35 likes and 1 dislike. And it was rainy, it was horrible here, I was all moody. Oh my God. So whoever give me the thumbs down, I have to say, you made my day, my week, like my life is so complete, because now I'm legit, okay? I have 35 thumbs up and then 1 down. Somebody hates me on social media. I'm totally okay with it. And I want you to know to come forward, okay? I have no judgment for you. And if I'm in the same city, like where you are, I'm going to give you a free yoga class, an hour private yoga class, because you need some yoga in your life. I felt like I was like, I told my best friend, I was like, I got a dislike, and he was like, all serious, like, yo, you're gonna find a lot of people like that, they're gonna hate you, and they're gonna be mean, and I don't care, but I was just like, oh my God, like, right now, I am a YouTuber, I got a dislike, so, thank you, don't go now and be disliking me, okay? But I have to say, thank you. You were like the motivation I needed. All the positive comments were very highly, like 90% of my motivation come from them. But the 10%, the last one that I needed to upload this video and press okay, was you. You the disliker. If you hear my dogs, stop it. They're fighting. So let's get started. So grab something to drink, or I promise it's not gonna be super long. But let's go for it. So why I've been a little bit MIA. I'm going to try to say this because it's part of who I am. So I think it's just, just to just put it out there. So I've been trying to, just let the yoga or YouTube thing pass on or be organic, but at the same time I was very, very busy. So right when I uploaded this video, I had a request for a cake for a friend of mine's mom's, which is her 11th anniversary as cancer-free or a cancer survivor. She had breast cancer. So she wanted me to make a cake for her. If I didn't say this before in my first episode, I'm a cooking school dropout. I have 2 classes left, okay, of my cooking school. I have the chocolate one, which I scorch and burn all the chocolates. That will be interesting. And number 2, I have my, what is it called? It's called going out in the field. What is it called? I forgot the name. I'll put it. Maybe not. Just the practical class or something like that. And then I have, besides those 2, which are the only 2 I'm counting, I have 3 more. So I have to do 2 English and a math, and I already went to school and I did 20 English and 20 math, because in Puerto Rico you do a lot of those, and I refuse to do any more of those. It's been 20 years since I graduated, probably a little bit less, so I don't need that negativity. We're not doing English with this, or we're not doing math at all, okay? It's not happening. So, but I used to make cakes for coming back into cooking school, and the cake, I did a lot of cakes, and I stopped doing cakes because I was teaching a lot of yoga. I'm a yoga teacher by trade now. That's what I do now. I was teaching a lot of classes, and the time that I had left to make the cakes, I was just, cakes, you don't make a cake. One of those beautiful cakes that you see in pictures, you cannot make those in one day. You have to probably do those cakes. It will take you probably 3 to 5 days, and then plus planning. So yeah, so she asked me for a cake. Don't go scratching your booty in there. So he's like, what's she talking to? Anyway, so she asked me for a cake, and I said sure. And gringo, and she asked me for a butter pecan cake with butter pecan frosting and candied pecans in between layers. So I'm gonna place a video of the cake. Okay, dogs are out because they were like fighting and moving my isn't that pretty? It was really pretty. So she wanted the background to be pink because of the breast cancer colors, and she wanted it to be a fiesta kind of decoration. So given the fact that the background was pink, I needed to get the flowers on top to be very complementary to the pink. And hot pink, it takes a lot. So, and if you want something fiesta, you want coloring. So I think I nailed it. She was really happy about it. I wish I had a picture, but they're very private about it. I have a picture of the cake. So after that, my husband, we had one of those tables, folding tables on my breakfast area, because I had a table before. I moved it outside, and I was having company the next weekend. I had my yoga teacher, mentor, or my trainer in town for a workshop, and I was having one of my friends as well that I met there. She was coming into it too. So my husband was like, are you gonna do anything about that folding table? Because I put that folding table there. My mom did put that folding table there because she loved to knit in that corner because there's a lot of light. So I was looking for tables, and everything was so expensive. Like just the table was $500, $600, and then get 4 chairs and etc. It was gonna be too much. So I ended up making a table. So it took me the second week after I uploaded the video, or I will say like a couple of days after. It took me a week, I will say, to get the table done. Get the wood, cut all the wood down, assemble, and it was freezing. It was hilarious, but I'm gonna place a little video of it here. Okay, so here's the table I was talking to you guys about that I made. It took me a week to make, and I did have help because it was very heavy, and I just had to have, you know, a little bit of help to make sure that it was level and squared. It made sense. That made sense. Anyway, so it is missing a bunch of hardware. It's hardware that goes like here, here, and here. Okay. So let me go forward. So it's really pretty. I like that it's very rustic. I didn't kind of like sand it out too much. I just left like the grooves and kind of like, you know, stuff like I would say, I don't know if you can see it, but it's not level. Like it's not completely smooth and sanded down. You can see here that you have like a little, oops, sorry. You can have, you know, like a little indentation there, and I love it. Isn't that pretty? I wanted something that was muted, something that was very sturdy, something that you don't need a bunch of. I think that bench will get a lot of people seated down in there, but at the same time, it doesn't take too much space. And I made it, so you know, the chairs are so expensive. My husband, I said, oh, I saw these chairs and they were $120 or $100, and he was having a fit. He was like, oh my God. And I'm, you know, they're guys, so they don't know how much anything is. So after that, I had 2 weeks that I didn't do any knitting. So I was a little behind. So I took last week to take my friends through training, have them around, have some girl time. And then last week I started doing some knitting. So it took me a couple of days. And I thought I was not going to do a video today because my sciatica was killing me yesterday. So I thought I was not going to be able to walk or do anything today. Thank God I asked some people to do my yoga classes for me. But yeah. So let's get started. Let's get started with the episode. I've been talking for 20 minutes. I don't know. Okay, so I have not many stuff for you guys today, and that's gonna be okay. I was trying to have a lot of stuff in there, and I don't think this is all about, or I don't, the reason why I see people's podcast is not for the end result. It's just more for, you know, just like a conversation. What are they doing? What they did? Where they went? So I'm just not going to stress out about that. And I'm just going to start with the work in progress. So work in progress. I want to start with work in progress for a reason, okay? So I have 2 work in progress right now. I had 4 last time we talked, and I am going to just talk about 2, and they don't have anything to do with the one that I have, and I'm going to talk about that later, why I am doing what I'm doing. But I'm going to go through the ones that I have now. So I'm just going to talk, I have 2, but I want to talk about one because another one is a secret project. I'm doing test knit for Melody Huffman from the Bee Mandarins, and she requested us to keep it private and not talk about it or show anything until she released the pattern. You can probably look it up. It's Cocoon, K as kangaroo, O-K-O-N, I think it is, shawl. It's beautiful. I'm working on it. I am in love. And I'm going to show you, I can show you, I think, the little nugget of what I'm doing. So here it is. And I'm using this yarn. So I'm just going to show you the yarn that I'm using. So the shawl has 3 colors. So it has a main one and then an accent one that it goes on the edge, and then you have tassels with the third. And I think she did it like this. It was like main and accent, or main and accent, and then some wild color for her tassels. I think I'm gonna do something more wearable for me. Oh my gosh, my white is being blown out, but there you go. So these are, hold on, because I don't know. So these are, there it is. There it is. So these are the bale. It's 70% alpaca and 30% bamboo viscose from the Mountaintop by Classic Elite Yarns. So there we go. So this is what I'm using for, come on. There you go. So this is what I'm using. This is a light fingering weight yarn. And I hate this yarn so much. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why later. I'm gonna do that later because I don't want to take away from my whips or my, okay. So here we go. The bale, it's 70% baby alpaca and 30% bamboo. And it gives you kind of like an airy, light, kind of fabric, and I love it. And I will talk about that one later. I think it is coming out on March 5th. So I have some things to work on. But I'm gonna talk about my second whip, okay? Which I think is more interesting. So I am doing the West End cardigan. And it's this cardigan from the Texture magazine or book from Hannah Fettig. There you go. And I bought this book. This is one of the first books that I ever bought, and this was a year ago. I think they're having like a year anniversary. I bought this book because it was on Amazon, and I looked into the cover and I said, oh my god, like she has it going on. Like she has eyelashes and her hair is nice, and she has some granny kind of sweater here, but maybe it's gonna be nice. So I love this book. I love this book, and I plan to do a lot of stuff from this book. I just didn't have the time or the yarn to do, because I think everything is from Quince & Co. that they use, and I have never used Quince & Co. I don't know. Is it Quince & Co? Hold on. Yes, Quince & Co. So I need to get my hands into that yarn. I'm trying to not buy yarn, although I'm saying that, but I went and bought a bunch of yarn, okay, after I promised myself that I was not going to buy yarn without having a project. So although the project that I had it for, I didn't like it after the fact that I bought it. Anyway, so I'm doing the West End cardigan. This is the cardigan. I know what you're gonna say. It's a must stitch. Mia Lisa, what do you think of? What are you thinking of? I made okay, time out. I made something. I'm gonna show you. Did I show you about? Did I show you this time? I don't think I did. So I went ahead and I bought this We Are Knitters pattern. I don't remember what pattern this is, and it doesn't matter because I don't want anybody to do it. I will place the name of the here because I don't remember. Anyway, so this was when my gauge was, yes, I'm not making this up, okay? And this is how much my gauge changed. I changed needles and I changed my gauge, or yeah. So I did this first. You can see even the holes in there. And then I adjust my gauge. And this is it. And my mom was like, oh, you can block it. Yeah, this is, yeah. Somebody said frog it and do it again. It's not happening. Because this moss stitch is a, you know what? It's a, it's hard. So I promised myself I will never do any like that. And then I went and I started the West End cardigan. Isn't that beautiful? So they call this the go-to cardigan. It's seamless and it's a statement color. So let me show you another picture of it without giving you anything, and I don't want to break my book. But you see this kind of like cord going all the way around. Oh my God, I am not kidding. This is everything and more. So I am very excited to, there you go. I'm very excited to do this. So you see it has, I will say, you make the cardigan up to here, and then you make the sleeves, and then you go up. I've never done that, so send help. So yeah, so I love that pattern. I've been looking for that one for a while, and so Junko Okamoto, I'm not butchering that out. She came out with the Papa's sweater, and I love that sweater. I think it's everything and more, and I will definitely do that one after this one, or maybe it's on my list. But I went and I got this one thinking that it was gonna work for the Papas, and it didn't. It didn't work for me. Cause, hold on. Okay, here I am. So I bought this together. I don't like it. So these are the things that I do. I go to a store and I buy a bunch of yarn. I spend all my money, right? And I don't have any money for groceries. I'm kidding. This is why I do yoga and I teach yoga for, okay? So I can buy stuff like this and do my lashes. Anyway, so I bought this, and then for some brain fart, I thought this was going to look okay. And I don't like it. Maybe it was just this kind of like gray here with this. This can work. But then you have the pink and this doesn't work. Doesn't work at all. So I had to return that one, but I kept this. I got 6 of these. She asked for an insane amount of yarn for that Papas, but I got 6 of these. So this is the Maxima from Manos de Uruguay. And this is the color 9775, and it's the marble. This is 100% wool. It's a worsted, and it has 219 yards. So you know the drill. Everybody has knit with this. I love this. I love, although they need to work on their typing because I cannot understand that. But I was like, well, I bought this. This is beautiful. And I've been eyeing this yarn for a while. So every time I go, I'm like, oh, I go and I touch it and I never buy it. This time I took 6 of these and I came home and I gauged it out. So these are the things that I am, this is why it's called The Girl Meets Yarn, because I'm learning. I'm learning. So I made a gauge swag, a gauge thing, piece of cloth, swatch. Okay, a gauge swatch, gauge swatch. I need to probably, yeah. So I made a gauge swatch. I cannot say that word. This thing, I made this thing, and it was totally out of gauge. So I was planning to do a medium, and it requested for 19 stitches and 32 rows, and I did just that, and I got like 3 1/4 more. So this is bigger. So I needed to go down on needles. I think that's what my lady said. My lady from Fayetteville that I go to her store and I bought this yarn for. She said go down a size, do a swatch again. Didn't want to do swatch again. So I did a little bit of math, and if I do the same needle, which asked for a size sorry, size 7. I'm not talking about the needle. Okay, so the pattern asks for a size 7. I'm using the Addis ones. I'm not showing you anything. So it asks you for a size 7. So I did it with the size 7. Gauge was off. So what I did was, instead of doing a medium, I'm going to do a small. And I think, because I go a little bit wider than usual, I think it's going to work. Although I made a sit stitch here, but the pattern asks for a double must stitch. So I hope that doesn't outrun me out or get me out of gauge. Yeah, I just noticed that, and I'm just gonna YOLO it out. It's gonna be okay. So again, I'm using Addis, Addi Rockets, the 7s. I kept it the 7. I went around on my circumference, and I think it's gonna fit. And if we go back to the pattern, or the way it looks, it doesn't look like it should be, it's gonna be any problem, because she used it very open. It's supposed to be wear this way, and with a nice top tunic like she has it, and it's not supposed to go, I think, all the way around and cover you, because it has no buttons. So I think it's gonna be okay. I don't have a lot of upper chest boob, let's call it. I have no boobs. So I think it's not gonna be a problem for me. And right now, I love this combination. I love this marble fabric that is coming up. So pattern asks for a size 6 for the ribbon, then you change to size 7. Here we go. I am very, very proud. I love it. And this is a progress keeper from Tilting Planets. And it has some kind of like a multicolor one. I was a little worried to use this one because I like the one that is a pom-pom from her, that pink pom-pom. But I think this one is not bad. It's lightweight, super lightweight. So I hold on to it for a while thinking that it was gonna be heavy. It's not. So if you are in the fence like I wasn't buying this one, go ahead. I got another one, and I got a bunch of stuff from her. She has some Cinderella slippers and some kind of like bonbons and lollipops. Oh my god, they're so cute. So go ahead and think about it, because even the glass one, I was like, but then you read the description, it says it's plastic. I don't know why I thought it was gonna be super heavy. Anyway, so super excited with my cardigan. I hope I have a lot of progress for next time we see you, and I can show you the first whip that I showed you, like a little bit of it. I hope it has to be a done, because we have a deadline. So I never done any of that. I will say test knits, so I'm excited, and I make sure that I'm not blowing it up. So what happened to my rest of my whips that I show a bunch of? So I want to talk about that a little bit, and I hope it's not boring. I probably will put here when the FOs are going to start, so you can skip this out. So I noticed with the whips that I was having, okay, so whips that I work, or I talk about it, are the Underwind mitts by, oh my gosh, I forgot, and I don't have it here, but the Underwind mitts, I will place it here. Underwind mitts, and I have the Clark socks by Jacqueline Salem. I have them here. So these are done in a very small needle. So these ones are made, I think it's a size 0, and I believe it's a size 0 for this one. Let me check. Hold on, I think so too. Hold on, because I don't know, and I cannot read, and I don't have my glasses. Okay, I will tell you what size is this one. Is this a 1 or a 0? I don't know. But they're very tiny needles. Very tiny needles. Both of them. So I was noticing then when I was working with this kind of projects, there was no, I don't know, I just didn't feel it. I was just not into it. I don't consider myself a accessory person, although I do believe that I need to work a little bit more on, like, I would say I enjoy doing scarves, and I enjoy doing hats. I don't enjoy socks, or I don't enjoy mitts because they're a needle that is super small. So I was noticing that my hand, I had a little bit of tension here and here because I tend to grip my needle really tightly, and because it's so small, the grip has to come a little tight. So there's this kind of like just this bone and muscles that hold your your needles. So it was giving me a little bit of pain on my hand, but I could feel it more on my wrist. So I had a little talk with some yogi friends that I have, and me knowing this and going through the training that I have been, I noticed that your wrists support your hand, obviously, because it's together, and your forearm support your wrist and support your hand. So if your forearm is the one, you have two bones in here, and then it makes this movement happens, right? So I noticed that my wrist, and I have a previous injury from gymnastic, so it was hurting a lot, and it was on the small needle. So a friend of mine, Yogi, said, you need to work on your forearms. So you need to work on your forearms. So what I am doing, I am getting those balls that you squeeze, and I'm squeezing the balls out, trying to, kind of like make the muscles in my hand and muscles on my wrist a little bit strong. And I'm using the other stuff, which is it's just something that you squeeze, and it has two handles, and you just squeeze with your hand. So, but the same can happen with a ball, and I have a ball here, and I will go get it. So this is a ball that you use for myofascial release, but I just don't use it for that. So you can do stuff like this, like squeezing a ball, and that would work, right? Just trying to do same amount of squeezes. And I love to do jazz hands too. So this is all the exercises that I'm doing to support my wrist. And I think as a yogi, it's very important to do stuff like this. So we do this for handstands. So why did I say so much? I'm so sorry. Anyway, so when you, I just said it. Don't say so. Anyways, when you are doing a handstand, of course you're on your hands, right? Handstand. So, however, this part of your body is not made to support you on your hands. It's not made to support your weight. So, anyway, so we had a lot of people having problems with their wrist because your wrist is not supposed to, hold your entire body weight. And I think a little bit can be related to knitting. Wet. So in yoga classes, and when we're working in handstand, we do jazz hands. So jazz hands, we just make ourselves a wrist or a fist, and then we just start doing this. And we start doing this really fast, and I make sure that they go really fast, and I hold it for a couple of, I will say minutes, like a minute or so. So by 15 seconds or 10 seconds, you're tired already. So you keep on going. You want to make sure that you're like, yes, woo, woo, woo. Keep on going. And whenever you stop, make sure that you do it for an hour, for a minute. And then when you stop, you're going to feel your forearm tingling. So you're using the muscle. And you're making your wrist a little bit more strong. Even if, it's just a little bit. So I'm doing that, jazz hands a lot, and I'm doing weights. So I take a 1 pound or 2 pounders, and I just grab, I'm gonna pretend this is my weights, and I'm not gonna get my weights, okay? So I'm gonna pretend this is my weights, and I am going to hold it, And I'm just going to let the weight go and then bring it back up. So that's what I'm doing I'm doing the ball, I'm doing the jazz hands, and I'm doing the weight. So you want to go from neutral. This will be considered neutral, right? You're not moving back or forward, neutral. You're going down with the weight and then up. So I have a little bit of carrying angle on my wrist. So if I am right here, I need to open it a little bit more. So it's not gonna be, there you go. So a carrying angle will be something like this. So if I have my hand on my side, you see this, my wrist doesn't go all the way down, so it goes to the side. So this is why it's called a carrying angle. So whenever I do chaturangas and stuff like that on my hands, I have to kind of rotate my hands out. So this is my 0. So that's why I'm saying just go whatever feels good, right? And just go down if you want to try it. Go down and up, down and up and up. My son is a rock climber, although he cannot do it anymore because he broke this bone hitting a wall, and he waited for a week. So he has a lot of calcification. Anyway, but before he was injured, like he's injured now, he did a lot of rock climbing. So you know when you're doing rock climbing, you're hanging on your hands and your wrist is supporting you, but you're not supposed to do that. You're not a monkey, right? So if you see the good rock climbers, this forearm muscle that is here is really developed. If I, my white, so this muscle that goes here, you can touch it, it's really bumped out. And that's what we want, right? We want to support our wrist with our forearms, strong wrist, strong forearm, strong arm, right? And just work it out. So if you ever had any wrist injuries, or if you're having any trouble with your wrist, just try this. Maybe next time I will say don't do it, because this is always, I think yoga and this kind of stuff is just very experimental. So if something is not working for you, like the weight, lifting it up, or the jazz fingers, just do whatever feels good for you. So for now, going back to my whips, I let those go and I'm storing them till I feel strong. That makes sense? I don't want to get injured. And I know it's my grip, because why I can do a hat and have no problem. And I think it's a combination of wanting and strength. Okay, so now we're going to talk about FOs. And I have to say, I try the items before I block them and wash them. So I have not tried any of the stuff. I'm not kidding. One was super wet till probably this morning. And the other one, I just didn't want to try it on because I spent a lot of time on it. So let's talk about the first one. So my first finished object, FO, it's the Getting Warmer by Espastico. Espastico had this pattern. It's a free pattern. You can go to the blog and download it, or I think they have now in the Ravelry, you can download the pattern. And I got this yarn from Prem Knits. I love Prem Knits. I have several yarns from her. I have this one that is called Namaste. And she got me by the name, right? I'm a yogi, Namaste, Namaste. So a very pretty, I would say this is like a purple, super hot pink, gray, black. So I got that one, and I was waiting to make that Espastico pattern, but I was like, she talked about this Amazonite yarn that she was creating. So I have to go ahead and go get it. So whenever I got it, I cast it on right away. So I have not tried this on, so I'm gonna try it out. And I'm gonna do that so I have like a really genuine reaction to it. So I'm gonna try it on. I'm going to have just how I like it, how I don't like it, and then we will go into details, okay? Okay, there we go. Let me back it up. Oop, I'm in my pajamas, you can tell. Okay, let me back it up. Let me back off. Okay, here we are. I think I like it. I don't know. I love the yarn. I just don't know if it's supposed to be this big on me. Okay. I like it. I will say that. Okay, so let's talk yarn. So this is the Prem Knits yarn in the Amazonite colorway. So Amazonite is a crystal used for energy work or to have them or for malas. So I've been working on a mala, and malas, we use malas for I will say we use malas for affirmations. So you can do affirmations in Sanskrit like Shanti Shanti Om, or you can say stuff like I am worth it, or I am awesome, or I am powerful, stuff like that. Did I say powerful again? Anyway, so we use malas for that as yogis, and they use it in Hinduism as well. I'm not Hindu, I am Catholic. I believe in Christ. Anyway, but Amazonite is a very beautiful, let me put that down. So it's a very beautiful crystal. And I've been working on this one for a while now. I've been working on this one for, I will say, almost a year. Because I saw these crystals at Joann's and they didn't have enough. So every time I go get one string or whatever. They do like 60%. And it's this white, I would say bluish, but you have some that are gray and then some that are like this one, it has like a black dot. So I think Prem Knits did a great job just kind of like mimicking Amazonite. So Amazonite is great for balance. It absorbs bad energy. It's calming. So if you suffer from anxiety, just have them and you know, it will work. Some people say it's not, I just love them. I just take them out and I charge them up with this moon and stuff like that. But I just really like the look of it. And then you have a nice really tassel on the bottom. Anyway, without that, I will say that the name is spot on, perfect. So this is a bulky weight. I got 3 skeins of that. This one asked for 308 or 320 yards, and I used a little bit more, and I was short. Like, I was super short. So I didn't do gauge because I was like, it's gonna be okay, you know, it's a scarf, and I should have done it because it was too, and I didn't blog it aggressively. On the contrary, I just try to make sure that it was, I know my gauge is a little bit bigger than usual, so it was totally my fault. I used the needles, the Addy Rockets, and no, I used the Licky one, Licky one. This one's. I bought both of those, and I don't use them that much, so I need to use them. So the pattern, I think, is very easy. I should have done the gauge because I think it's too big. I wanted to be more snug, and I will have used this yarn for something more, I don't know, more whimsical, or like a triangle shawl or something like that. And I think I'm going to use this one for a pattern that I have that is really pretty. So you see, she has it on, like, pregnant. She's the mom. Anyway, so I really like it. I'm going to use it. I'm just a little concerned that, you know, I have to cut, I think it was one of this, I think it was too much. It asked for 20, it's a free pattern, so I think I can talk about it. So it asked for 27 or 25 repeats of the ribbon. I hate ribbon. And then I'm doing a mod stitch cardigan. Good luck with that. So any modifications I did, I just noticing that I was not going to have enough yarn, so I have to cut a lot of the creases. So you start in the bottom, you go up, and then you start your crease, right, until you get into this. I wanted to have a little bit of neck, and I think I should have, I had like 2 or 3 more yards, 2 or 3 more inches up. I will make peace with it, but I have to cut the creases on the 3rd, 5th, 6th, and 7th, if I'm not mistaken, and just to have a little bit of this neck. So I had, what repeats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I should have like 14 more, or maybe like 10 more. It would be perfect. I will say it's a really nice pattern. I really like it. You know, I just need to work with my gauge. I need to be more strict with making my gauge swatches. Just let me know about your gauge swatching. I'm not a fan. I want to YOLO stuff out, and I should not, because I had luck with this one. I had good luck with this way. I had good luck with a bunch of stuff. But I want to know what you do for gauge swatching. So just let me know. Send me an email. Well, my email is my name, marilisalugo@gmail.com, or write the comments down below, or go get me in Ravelry. Tell me what do you for gauge, because I really hate it. Okay, so let's go to the last finished object. Anyway, so again, I have not tried this one. I want to try and make sure that I do it with you guys. So whatever comes in, comes in. So I'm going to raise my camera because I don't want you to be looking at my crotch in my sweatpants. And I'm going to change, and I'm going to come back, okay? Okay, back into the game. You can see my, it's okay. Okay, so my finished object was a whip last week, and it's the Meg by Junko Okamoto. Why did I? And I just try it on. I'm gonna back it up so you can see the final project. So I'm a medium. I'm 34, 38, 34, 28, and 38. So I'm a true medium, and this is the pattern. So it hits right on my hip, and it has this kind of like wing-like, yeah, I have to work on that one. I had a little detail here on the sleeve. The sleeve opened up to be like a bell, I will say, sleeve. And then it just, the repeats, or the, I will say the eyelets goes down in the sides. You have a little bit of cable here, and then it repeats and back and forth. So this is the Meg by Junko. I love it. I have, I will say, a lot too. So here's my waist. So this is a lot of positive ease. And I think this is exactly what she wanted. She wanted it to be boxy and just like a layering piece that you can use with a long sleeve underneath, or she even have it with like a denim shirt button down. And I will say, I am so, I love it. It's so pretty. So I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna put other stuff in, and then we're gonna talk about details. Oh my God, I'm back and dressed up. I have to say, I am so excited. I'm gonna go get out of here and go get Chick-fil-A. I deserve some Chick-fil-A. So, yes, bring the chicken in. Anyway, I am so in love. You have no idea how excited I've been holding on to try this on. You have no idea. I was like, I may try it and have my first reaction on camera, and my husband was like, no, don't do that, because you have no filter. So I will have to say, without a freaking filter, I love my Meg. So let's talk details. So I'm all excited. Ooh, I'm gonna use it so much. Hello spring, I'm ready for you. I have my Meg on. Meg done. Anyway, so this pattern is by Junko Okamoto. She is a Japanese designer, and I think she's the bomb.com. I have to say, I think her stuff are, she's good. I think she's really good. Her stuff, the only thing that I will say that I was a little concerned about this one, and that's why I'm so excited it fit great, it's that it's a one fit all. Although she gave you measurements for it, you know, it just, yeah, it was a little like, ooh. So, Junko Okamoto, you may nail it. You're my favorite designer. Move away, Caitlin Hunter. I'm not doing anything of you anymore. I'm kidding. So I use the yarn. The yarn that I use is the Malabrigo Rios in the Plomo colorway. So I bought 6 of these. I have 600 grams, and I ended up with 62, so that will be like 130 yards. So I think I'm gonna do a quadri hat, like the ones that I did with. Quadri hat, a little bit bigger. Hello. What do you think? No? I like it. Anyway, you see, I'm making stuff and I'm talking about the Meg, and I forgot about it. Okay, so I love this yarn. This yarn is kind of like a grayish purple. It's purple, but sometimes it's gray. It can pass as a gray. It's just, I bought it thinking that it was gray, and then I went outside and it was purple. So I was a little like, okay, I like this vibe. You have 2 in 1. Anyway, so I have a little bit left from the 6 skein. It's a superwash. It's the only thing that I'm not happy about this one. I'm trying to get away from superwash. My daughter don't want me to buy any more superwash, and I'll say why soon. Anyway, so I use the needles, the Addy Turbo ones in the size 7. Everything is size 7 supposedly right away. So you have this beautiful kind of like tree flower thing. Really easy to memorize. The entire, I would say, project is really easy to memorize. So and I think this is on her page, and I'm not giving anything away. So the final measurements for her was 58 on the big part, which is kind of like below the boob, 58. And then the bottom was 51 or 52, something like that. So I am very square, and I have some hips. So I was a little concerned that I was gonna have too much fabric here on the boob belly area, and then the band on the bottom was gonna be too snug, even though I'm not 50, but you know what I mean. So it was gonna look a little bit kind of like I'm pregnant-ish, which I have that. I have that a lot because I have no boobs, and then you have a little bit of extra, although I don't have a big belly, I have a mommy belly. You will see that little pouch. So I was really concerned that I was gonna have that belly going on. But if you see, it goes really smooth down. What I did, so my gauge was a little big, of course, so I had to go down a size, needles, or keep it, and I, given the math, about I had a 1/4 of an inch for 4 inches, so I was gonna have, I will say, I think it was like 5 inches more. I don't remember the math. I have to look into my notes. But I was gonna have, so if for 4 inches, you were gonna have a 1/4 of an inch. If the total was gonna be 58, then you divide 58 by, I think that's how you do it, right? If you don't know, if I'm doing it wrong, just let me know. It's okay. Just let me know, and you know, I'm meeting my yarn, I'm meeting my patterns, I'm meeting my knitting. Just let me know. Make all the errors for you. Again. So I said, okay, so I'm gonna have like, I cannot do it separate. I have a bunch of stuff that I have to show you. A bunch of stuff that I have. Oh my God. Yes. Anyway. So the only thing that I have to, I said that I was going to finish the Meg, and I'm going to start the Twig by Junko Okamoto, and I may insert something here. I cannot insert anything. So I will just swipe this and put the picture and back in. Anyway, so I said I was gonna do the Twigs by Junko, and I bought this yarn. This yarn is from Portugal, and I talked about this yarn last week, and I didn't start because I started gauge swapping or doing the gauge thing, and I noticed this yarn was too, it asked for a sport weight yarn, and this is a DK. And I thought I could do it and just go down a size. It was not working. It's very thick. So I will say this is a DK, almost a light worsted one. This is the Beiroa by Retrosaria. And I have something to do with this one, but I want to pace myself because I think I need to start with spring stuff instead of keep on going with fall. So maybe you will see this yarn again when I start with my fall stuff, because I totally have to give this one a break. It's beautiful. I bought this one, and then I bought, let me go get it. This one, the gray and the white, and I think I'm gonna do joke kind of color work. I love color work. I enjoy this one. I make, like I said, the color work, I did it in nothing, no time. Then the little 5 inches from the bottom took me to, like, I don't know, 2 years. It took me like 2 weeks. No, like a month. Anyway, so this is gonna go back, but again, I love knitting. I have to say, I love the fact that you scheme for something and you buy stuff for it, and I get so frustrated because I'm like, I got the yarn, but there's something always you can do later. You know, this is not something that is going to get damaged, although if you have maybe, I don't know, moths in here, or I don't know what I can get in there and destroy it. So I can always, you know, back it up and have it in line for my next project. So this is coming probably May, June, July, when I start with my fall stuff. And I hate to say that because when it's spring, I have to work for fall. And here the summer is horrible. So sometimes it's just that your fingers are sweating, but this is coming back. Really love that yarn. I really love to support every type of cheap. You're cheap, and you're giving me yarn, I support you. Send me your link. Anyway, this will be back. You will see this probably next week. Prime Knits. Prime Knits is this one as well. And I think for now that's it. I need to shut up. I need to go get food. I'm hungry. Okay, so again, my name is Marilisa. I'll see you in 2 weeks or whenever I can Okay, back again. My name is Marilisa. You can find me in Ravelry in Marilisa Lugo, MARILISALUGO. You want to email me, same thing, marilisalugo@gmail.com. And I'm going to change my Instagram to the same name. Right now is MAB as both, LU_123. I don't know about that. So if you cannot find me with that one, find me with Mary Lisa Lugo. I just want to keep yourself, you guys some time to find me out. I usually don't follow people right away because my Instagram is open. So people will follow me and unfollow me, and I don't follow to follow. I don't like people follow me and then I'll follow and then unfollow me. So I just let this sit for a bit. Say hi. You can communicate with me over there. I love to talk to you, all of you. I'm super available. I think that's one of the things that I want to really emphasize, that this is an open communication. Although I'm talking to my phone, but I want to talk to you in any other way or form, like social media, email. I won't give you my text if you need it. Anyway, so I'm really open and out there. I think it's part of the community, and I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.